Hey guys, welcome back to another awesome video from Break Fix Repair. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be installing the driveshaft support bearing on an 01 Audi TT Quattro. Could do, but this is the part that I couldn't find anything out about on the internet. So I hope this video helps you. If it does, give me one of these. Hit that subscribe button for me. Share this video with people that you think might be benefit. Those are pretty hard to find. So I'll link a part in the description below for those, along with other tools, and everything that you'll need to do this job will be in the description below. Couldn't find anything on the internet about these driveshaft support bearings. And if you've ever dealt with an Audi MK1, you know that these bad boys are about $300 to $400. And they're not cheap, and they're supposedly a non-serviceable part from Audi. But I think you can do it at home with a few small tools. And let me show you. So here's what we got. Now, obviously this drive line is already out. So you're gonna start, this is kind of starting from the drive line already out of the vehicle. If you were starting from scratch, you'd get under there, you'd remove the exhaust, which is, different on every vehicle. Every Audi TT seems to have different exhaust depending on if it's a 180, a 225, or what turbo it's got on it. So every vehicle's different. So you want to remove that exhaust first. Then you want to remove the heat shield. I did that with a couple 8mm bolts. Not too bad. I used an electric wrench with an 8mm 3/8 inch drive. Super easy to take that apart. That was awesome. Then once you do that, then you're going to see this bad boy. Now this one is a little bit different, and apparently on every vehicle that's an Audi, they're a little bit different. Some of them don't have these little units. Some of them have just a U-joint, and then they have the support bearing that actually sits behind it, and it's kind of a pain. So the reason I'm making this video is I couldn't find anything on the internet about how to service this bad boy. They say just take it to an Audi dealership, or nobody says how to do it at all. And this is right here, this is giving away pretty much the whole thing, because this part comes off. It looks like you have to take it to a machine shop. You really don't. Anyway, so I'm gonna set this guy down here to the side a little bit. So, actually I'm gonna bring it back. So to remove this, so this section sits on the drive shaft just like so. The very first thing that you want to do is you want to mark your drive shaft ends between the two, because you're going to take this apart. So you want to use some white paint, like right here and right there. You want to mark those sections, so whenever you get this back together, those line up. You want to put it back on there exactly just like that. Exactly how that thing was before, because they're balanced. Okay, that's the first thing before you do anything else. Mark it on the front at the flex disc, mark it at the center just in case you have to take the front off, and then mark it at the rear right there. I don't know if you can see that or not. Mark it there. Okay, all right, mark it with some white paint. It's just something that you can visibly see that's not going to come off easily with something. Let it dry, mark it. All right, anyway, so then the next thing that you do, and every Audi is different, you're gonna have bolts that go in from the front. So this is looking at it, the front's over here, the rear is here. You're gonna have bolts that go in through these holes. Mine were triple square. Those are pretty hard to find. So I'll link a part in the description below for those, along with other tools, and everything that you'll need to do this job will be in the description below. So that way that'll help you guys out, because it's kind of hard to find all the tools and all the products and everything. So it'll be right there in the description, comment section, whatever you guys need. All right, so these will be triple square on mine. Some people have hex. That'll be in there too. On the rear, you'll have to take the rear loose. Mine were triple square as well. And I'm talking about, when I say rear, I mean this right here. So this bolts up to the rear differential called the Haldex unit. And they bolt up with 3 bolts, okay? One here, here, here. And they're triple square on mine as well. Some people's are hex. On the front drive shaft of mine, it's hex, it's not triple square. So just be very careful, use a light, make sure that you're not doing something that you shouldn't be doing. Put the right, socket in there. Don't do triple square on a hex or Torx on a hex like a lot of people do. People say you can put hex in triple square, you're just gonna mess things up and it's gonna be so much worse. Use the right tools. I won't say it again, use the right tools. Okay, so now that you've taken out I think it's 6 bolts. Yeah, 6 bolts off this guy. You're gonna have a time, and you wanna take these 3 bolts out of the back, which is either hex or triple square, take those loose. And then you're gonna, once the center is separated, on the front part, you're gonna have a lip, runs around. You're gonna wanna take like a little screwdriver or something small and try to push it in there, just kind of make like a little gap and just kind of pry that apart. Be very careful, because inside there's ball bearings and there's a ton of grease. Like, it's packed full of grease. Be very careful. Don't lose those ball bearings. Don't let them get dirty. If they do, you might make sure you clean them whenever you put them back in the grease. All right, so once you've separated the front and the rear drive shaft, take the rear drive shaft loose. The way you're gonna do that is you're gonna put a big pry bar. What I did is I used one of these bolts as an anchor between, I think it was probably with this bolt here, it's got the grease on it, that bolt and the rear differential, and you're just gonna easily pry. It might take a little bit of force, it might not, but pry that, turn it, do the next one, pry it, turn it, and eventually it'll pop loose. Then you'll have a little tiny shaft that sits, I don't know if you can see that or not, you can see it in there. A little tiny shaft sits in that guy right there. Okay, that's gonna go into your rear unit. That's kind of like your input shaft, basically. That just makes sure that it sits in there, in the drive shaft properly, because the other part is bolted to the unit, and that's what actually spins. It's kind of like the input shaft on a transmission. It just sits in there with like a pilot bearing. Okay, so once you remove this part, you're gonna have a hard time getting around that little input shaft. Okay, it's about that big. So but the disc is flexible, it's rubber. Just be careful, because that unit's like $600. So whatever you do, don't break that. Use a pry bar, pry it here, and you can actually see. So mine came out of here right there, and you can see where it sits inside of there. Mine actually came through right there, and then I pried this part. You can see it's flexible, and it was enough with the center being taken out that you could actually drop this loose. Okay. So now to the meat and potatoes of this. Once you get that loose, and trust me, it's gonna look impossible, but I promise it's not. It's not impossible. It's something that you could really do at your home. It's not that bad. I just couldn't find anything on the internet. That's why I'm hoping that this video helps you. If it does, give me one of these, subscribe to my channel. Okay, all right. So you're gonna have your drive shaft out, and you're gonna have it, and it's gonna be like this. It's gonna be seated in there like that, right? And the end of this, I'm gonna take this off just for demonstration purposes, but maybe. The end of this is gonna be filled with grease, and this is gonna look like you're gonna need to take it to a machine shop and get it pressed on. And we really thought that you did, but then my uncle had an epiphany, and he said, what if there's a bolt inside of here? So sure enough, take your little screwdriver, pry around in there, get all this grease out, there's a bolt. Here, okay? The end of this is threaded, okay? So I hope you can see that pretty well. It's threaded. It's a 17 millimeter 6-point bolt, and there's not a lot of pressure on it. You might be able to use a socket, but we used an impact and it came right out. So just be careful. I don't know what you would, there's your proof in the pudding. That's what it is right there. It's threaded at the end and it's splined. So that way, you know, it don't come loose whenever you're driving down the highway. All right, so now that we've gotten that far, and I have grease all over my fingers, you're going to take, when you loosen that bolt, take a hammer, hit underneath here 2 or 3 times. It's gonna loosen that. I wouldn't spray PB blaster in there. Also looks like there's marks to line this up with here on the other side. But I would not spray PB blaster in there unless you absolutely have to, and you know for sure that you can get all this grease out and clean it out really good and pack it in there. Because otherwise you might put bad stuff in there. All right, once this is off, then you're gonna be left with this part, and this is what you're replacing, okay? But what I did, I cut this because it was hanging on just by a thread, and that's really why I needed to be replaced, because when we go about 40 miles an hour, just right at the driver's seat. So if you're experiencing that, that's probably what this is. And I've got pictures, I'll try to put those at some point in here and show you exactly what I'm talking about. But this is, right here is how this bad boy was seated. So remember, you have to make sure that you put this on the right way whenever you put this back on. So take this loose, okay? All right, you got your new one. Make sure your new one matches, okay? It's exactly the same size, everything's good. All right, so I'm gonna put that back on there like that. That way, nothing's wrong. Okay, so this is kind of a little bit of a pain. To get this off, we had to beat it with a hammer on the side. And then what ended up taking it off is we took 2 big pry bars. I'm gonna use these as an example, but they were like, this long. One stood on one side, one stood on the other side, and we put up underneath here like this, and both pulled straight up at the same time, a little bit here and there, and just kind of moved it and wiggled it around, and it popped right off. Okay? Pretty much just like that. So that's how you take that loose. And then what you're gonna wanna do is clean this edge up, and I'll get back to you here in just a second, and we'll get this cleaned up and we'll get the new one installed. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna clean this edge up right here where that bearing sits, just to make sure that there's no grease that's, bad, no nothing. And then what you're gonna wanna do is take this old one off, make sure you got the new one, and just set that new one on there just like that. Okay, so now that you know it's on there right, then you're gonna wanna take that, line it up just right, okay? Get a, let's see, I think I needed a 30 millimeter. So I'm gonna do this right here. Right here in front of you. Oops. So find something that sits. This is a 27 millimeter. I thought it was 30. Let's see, make sure small side. Yeah, so 30 fits right on there just perfectly. So you want to get that on there just right. Okay, and then just tap it. Just tap it on. All right. And you can see it starting to go. Yep, it's almost there, okay? All right, so now you got it on there. That's so much smoother, and it's not coming loose. So let me make sure that it's fully seated. I don't think it's fully seated because of how this is staying. It's gonna kick my bucket over and set that straight on the ground. Hope you can see it. Yeah, there it is. All right, so get my bucket back. So now you're good. So now it's fully seated in there. You're up against that. So now what you want to do is take this guy, line it up, right? Line those marks up, okay? The marks that you made, I said were very important, right there. Okay. All right. I'm probably a tooth off. Okay, so take it off. Let's see. Looks like I'm still off. So anyway, just line your marks up. Right there. Okay. And then you're going to want to take this guy and feed him all the way till he's flush too. Okay. Put my bucket out because I don't think that I got him all the way yet. And you can see, I don't know if you can see down in there, but it's not flush. Let me show you guys. Right there, it's not flush. So you want those threads to be all the way in there. So we're gonna take it and we're gonna hit it some more. All right. I don't have the grease right now, but I will find the grease. I'll put the link in the description below. You're gonna wanna pack this thing full of grease. Make sure those ball bearings are seated back in there the way they are. They're clean, everything's good. Then you're gonna wanna take your triple square bolts, put those back in here. Well, put your rear end piece back in with your pry bar. Put those bolts, line that all up. Then you're gonna wanna put this section back in. Actually, other way around. You're gonna wanna put this section back in first, and then push forward and then line your rear end up. Anyway, guys, this is the meat of it. The other part of it, I'm sure that you could do, but this is the part that I couldn't find anything out about on the internet. So I hope this video helps you. If it does, give me one of these. Hit that subscribe button for me. Share this video with people that you think might be benefit. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down in the comment section below if you think I could have done anything better. If you like better lighting, better under the car footage, whatever you want. I'll try to see if I can't get some pictures and put them in here after the video. But give me one of these. Let me know what you think. Subscribe. Have a good day.